Good morning, Mr. Brent Abel.
Jeffrey, young man, what's going on? I was going to say beautiful day here today, but I'm looking out at the San Jacintos, and it is covered in snow, and there's weather moving in. And if we even get to play tennis today, it'll be a major miracle. Not a minor miracle, a major miracle.
It'll be a Christmas miracle.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
So anyway, no, all is good here today. Getting a lot of stuff done. A lot of goldballhunting.com stuff done. Always
Nice.
fun. I got to tell you, man, this infancy partnership that you and I have cooked up is just hysterical. I mean, I'm not sure I've laughed this much, and the folks are only seeing these things, right? But this is
Yeah.
like about 5% of the time we spend together, and and there's so many times I'm going, oh my God, we should be recording this. This is hysterical.
That's right. Yeah, that's where the real nuggets are. It's in between the episodes.
that's
It's
right.
where the real magic.
We're actually holding back on everybody. So
Yeah, it's where the real magic happens.
yeah, no, all's good here today. How
Cool.
about you up there in the Great Napa Valley?
It's beautiful, beautiful blue sky day. It looks like we might have a little breeze. Not too bad though, but it's looking out. I'm kind of looking out now. My head's kind of tilted here. I'm looking out, and it's beautiful out there.
God, man, I need sunglasses with the glare off that dome. Dang.
Whoa, bang! There's the right hook first thing in the morning, baby.
That's right. All right, settle down.
Yeah.
Settle down. Come on, what do you got
right.
for me today? Well, listen, let's first let the folks know that we are making an offer. A 10-minute free, complimentary, on the house, no charge, on us, coaching call. Live coaching call. It's private, the three of us, you, me, and Jeff. And we get in the call, and let's see if we can't figure out that one thing that you got going on right now in your game that is like a thorn in the side. You
Ouch.
just cannot figure that thing out. And if you did figure it out, whew, the seas might part. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, the way to get that call scheduled, if you're not on our email list, go over to goldballhunting.com. First name, email address, so you'll get instant access to our online scheduler so that you can cherry pick a date and time that's perfect for you for that 10-minute coaching call. And if you're already on the email list, at the end of any of the emails you receive from me and Jeff, there's a link that will take you to that scheduler. So we encourage you to do that because, honestly, our schedule, like yesterday, that was insane. That was insane. So anyway, get scheduled for a call. It's a lot of fun. If nothing else, even if we just laugh the whole time with you, it'll be good. So Jeffrey, what do you got today, man?
Well, you're on the hot seat today, so putting the lenses on so I get it right. Okay. So hopefully this is going to be kind of fun.
All right, good.
And it's going to be we're going to see how deep we can go. So, have you ever deployed the hope strategy? Especially, like at the end of a match.
You mean like it's the third set, I'm serving at 5-4, 40-30, and I'm just saying to myself, man, please just throw it in and please just give it to me.
Right.
Just give me the last point.
Yeah.
I don't want to because my arm is it's like I'm trying to lift a 400-pound, power lift or something.
So it sounds like you know what I'm talking about.
Oh boy, I have gone to the hope strategy so many times.
Yeah,
and it's
more
ridiculous.
times than we'd like to admit, right?
It's ridiculous. I mean, and even it's not even with the serve. It's like I get into a rally, and it's like 1,000,000 degrees out there, and I'm just saying, I hit the ball and I look over and I see he's in a little bit of trouble and I'm just going, miss it. And he chunks it back and I go, crap. And so sometimes the hope strategy can lead to, on the next shot, the exit strategy.
Right.
Which is all right, he's not going to give it to me, right? So I got to go for something, and 98.9% of the time you miss it, and now you're so ticked off because you feel like such a wimp because you were hoping, and then I can't stay in the points, so now you're going for the exit, and so. Yeah, the hope strategy is something that it's probably it comes up in almost every match I play. And
at some point, right, it creeps. It's like standing on your shoulder, and it tempts you.
It's always a possibility.
Okay, so I'm going to jump in here then, and then now we're going to go to like phase 2 of this question because this is where I was kind of leading with this.
Okay.
So now we can call it the myth if you want to, how to close out a match.
Oh no! Stop it! All right. Yeah.
So we've deployed the hope strategy as one strategy to close out a match.
Yeah.
Then there's the classic. Well, just do what you've been doing.
Right.
Close out the match. So there you go. I'm going to lay that down.
Yeah, and that's really a good segue into the phrase closing out a match or closing out a set. And I think most players, when they think about it, they go, well, if I'm going to close this out, I literally can't do what I was doing that got me here because I don't trust that will be good enough. I've actually got to do something a little bit more. So closing out a match is really kind of this, it brings up this tension and this anxiety that I've got to close it out. I have to do something different than what I've been doing.
Right, or more.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, so it's different.
Right, I got to do more.
It's more. Right. And so we just discovered that the hope strategy doesn't work for closing out a match, and going for the exit, which would be probably more, well, I got to close this out, isn't a strategy that consistently works.
Yeah.
So to me, closing out a set or a match is something that you really don't even want to think about. It's another point, right? We talked to a fella the other day, actually in a webinar that we gave him, a 30-minute webinar. We asked him, what are you thinking about? It's 5-4. It's 40-30. What's your favorite serve? Oh, and by the way, the condition on your favorite serve is you've got to allow him to touch the ball. You can't be thinking, well, my favorite serve is a dart to the tee that no one can get, right? That's kind of the hope strategy. That's actually the exit strategy. So what's your favorite serve? And he's thinking, well, it's over here. And I said, so you're saying that you can hit that consistently all the time? He said, well, not really because of whatever. And he says, because I got to win this point.
Right.
And I said, well, wait a minute. The returner over there is down set point. If he loses the point, do you win the set? Yes.
Right.
All right. If you lose the point, do you lose the set? No. It's back to deuce. So what would you rather be? Would you rather have a chance if you lose it to go back to deuce or lose the set? It's an obvious answer, right?
Right.
So closing out a set to me is the old cliche, just keep doing what you're doing, is right in that if you know what it was that you were doing, then okay, don't think that you have to do more to close out the set. But a lot of players, and sometimes I don't know really what I've been doing to get to that point to say, well, I just got to replicate it. So my thought is, and we're kind of giving away the house on this one, but I'm going to go to on that day at that moment based on my opponent. What's my very favorite serve that he can touch?
Right.
Because I want to take the pressure off of me thinking that, God dang it, I got to hit a serve that hopefully won't come back. Because if it does, now I've blown my chance, right? So I hit the serve that feels like he can touch it, but man, I'm so confident that I can really get it in. Worst case, it's neutral. Okay?
Yeah.
The guy hits me a forehand or hits the ball to my forehand. Right? Well, I don't have to look for the exit because that's not what got me there. Right?
Right.
So I'm going to, again, if I don't know what it was that got me there when I was hitting forehands, then I'm going to go, what forehand do I have in my toolbox?
What's your favorite?
That you open up the toolbox and it's just glowing. It's just got this
yeah,
thing coming off of it going, I'm the one. Right?
Right.
These other little guys are kind of going, no, me, and all this kind of stuff. You go, no.
Right.
No, I'm the one that that you can depend on, right?
Right.
And conditioned upon, you're going to hit this thing and the guy's going to be able to touch it. Well, this guy said, we said, all right, well, that's your serve. Now you get a ball, it comes back at your forehand. What's the forehand that you can hit? Your favorite. Well, I'm going to go short angle and really take him out wide.
Right.
Okay, so you're saying that you can hit that forehand all day long. Well, not really. Well, not really.
No, not really, yeah.
Okay, all right, so let's go to the one that you really can hit all day long. And then we did the same exercise for the backhand. And I said, if you hit the serve, the forehand, or the backhand, the chances have just now gone up through the roof that you will not get a fourth ball. It's not coming back. And you know what? You've closed it out because you didn't do anything spectacular to close out the set or close out the match.
Right. I mean, you've got to give, your opponent the opportunity to help you out.
Yeah, but I don't trust it, man. I think now all of a sudden they're going to go from they're going from 4-0 to 5-0 here where they're down set point.
Right.
What?
But that's also, it's not the hope strategy. This is about, looking in your toolbox and going, what's your favorite serve that goes in? Not your favorite first serve that when it goes in, it's a highlight reel serve. But you know what? You generally only make around 4 or 5 of those in a match. And the other first serves are just slightly less pace than that. But even though your serving percentage for the 2 sets now is running at 50% or less, and the stats at the end of a match, everybody knows this, and it's rare matches when the winner column outweighs the error column. And I don't care if you want to classify it as an unforced error or a forced error. Forced error is a very subjective kind of viewpoint. If I stand opposite Rafa and he just hits his standard rally ball forehand to me, to me, I'm going to say that's a forced error if I missed to hit that ball, right? Because it's right, but that's a standard rally ball. So for me, I just take all of it. Any error that the guy doesn't, he hits it in the net, hits it wide, hits it long, or just gaffs it, shanks it, that's an error. Doesn't matter how that error happened per se. So what are so that column is always higher. The error column is always higher. So even if you lost the first set, if you could run the numbers right, then you would see that you won the bulk of your points during that set when the other guy touched the ball. Okay, so when you're winning a set, you're still winning more points because the other guy touched the ball. You made him touch the ball. So we circle back again. So this isn't the hope strategy. This is about picking those shots, those tools in your box that you're so confident in that, I'm gonna go kicker to the body on the first serve, or I'm just gonna go kicker out wide because I hit that serve well and I know I'm confident in it and I'm going to deliver that first. And then my next move is I'm looking for this. Here comes my forehand. I'm just going to hit it at the middle of the deuce court. Whatever your favorites are. I'm just talking out loud here. So, you've got to be able to have the clarity and the commitment to reach into your box and challenge the guy to come up with the goods.
Yeah. Well, and I think you got to be totally cool staying in the point, because you and I, Jeff, both know that we've won sets, we've won matches on points that took a while.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a grind. I mean, I look at match point when I won the singles last year in Irvine at the hard courts, the 70 hard courts. Match point must have been, I must have hit 8 balls.
And it seemed like a stinking eternity, didn't it?
and I had to, I had to just sort of fight that voice that was going, please miss the one I just hit you, or come on, let's go for it. You can't stay in this point forever.
Right.
And so anyway, well, listen, great question. That's a great question today. The hope strategy. Wow. Yeah. It's just give me the rest. Just come on.
Yeah.
You know I'm a cool guy. You know that I've worked so hard to get to match point. I think it's time that you just, why don't you be cooperative and just give it to me? What's wrong with that? It's a big deal.
You're just looking for an excuse to go home, aren't you?
All right, guys. Well, listen, thanks for hanging out with us today. Again, on the offer for the short 10-minute coaching call, we'd love to have you take us up on it. It's free. The way you do that is, if you're not on our email list, just go over to goalballhunting.com. First name, email address, and you'll get dropped into our online scheduler. You can cherry pick a date and time that works for you. If you're already on our email list, bottom of every email that we send out is, bottom of every email is a link that will take you to the online scheduler. And so, guys, on that, Jeff, what would the fine folks, what would we like them to do? I mean, we say this every time, but we want you to sincerely do these things.
Do it. Just do it. Like us, share us, subscribe to us, please, and let us know what you think down below.
Awesome, guys. Get out there today. Help someone else have a spectacular day. And Jeffrey, we'll do this again tomorrow.
Can't wait.